are here with the coach of the John Ehret Patriots football team, Coach Reggie Rogers. Coach, what's going on, my man?
Ain't too much. Appreciate y'all coming through.
Definitely. Lost some players last year, but you gained some players this year, especially with the closing of Alan Cox. Talk about the guys you have that came in.
We had quite a few players come from Cox. As you know, Coach Brooks and I, we were the first coaches at Helen Cox, actually. He was the head coach, I was the offensive coordinator over there. But the guys that we have coming over, stands out was Donnell Quinn, the receiver, instant offense, man, electric kid, good kid with great mold and great energy. We look forward for big things for him this year. Other player is Vincent Riggins, was an all-district linebacker from over there last year. Really got a knowledge for the game, head on that. So we looking forward to just seeing what these guys can do with the mix of guys that we have already. But there was a number of players. Another kid on Shorts, was a receiver, man. Kid, he can go, man. He's pretty electric when the ball's in his hands. So those guys are going to help us out big time.
Talk about senior leadership on this team. Wardell Mack, Armani Cargo, Khayree Lee. Talk about the type of leadership they show to the younger class.
They've been here since they were freshmen, and they've been kind of watching the show, from the other upperclassmen. So this group is a special group of kids. This 2024 group for us is very special because they understand what's at hand. They understand the task, and I think they're up for the challenge. We don't have to do too much, and we hold accountable. So the seniors know if things not right, they get held accountable for everything.
We got a pretty tough non-district schedule. Covington, Bogalusa, we have Warren Easton. Talk about why it's important to have a tough non-district schedule before district play.
Well, you want to see where you are as a program. In the program, how we see ourselves as one of the tops in the state. So in order to validate that, we have to play the best in the state. And I think that's what we try to do. We got Desiree week 2, we got Warren Easton week 5, along with Covington, all playoff teams. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to see where we are. I think I know what we have, but I just want to see if this is what I think. So I'm looking forward to that step.
We talked about Helen Cox closing, of course, Grace Team closed. Do you see this district now being even more competitive with that happening?
I think it will. I think mine was going to be better because they got an influx of kids. You have more to choose from when you have a good number of kids in your school. So as your numbers go up, usually the amount of players that you have coming in also goes up as well. So hopefully things get better.
In the past, Coach, John Ehret, back in the 80s, early 90s, they usually have a cutoff of players, maybe to 40, 55. Seems like the last 5-6 years, the growth of the roster has been much, much better. Started with Coronel a couple years ago. Now you're keeping it going with over a 60, 70 player roster. What you can say about that, especially how big the school John Ehret is.
We're growing now. Last year was probably at 1,300. This year we're close to 2,000 kids now. So the roster's growing. We got close to 85 kids, man. So we have to create a travel roster. Of course, they all can't go, but we also do JV and things like that. But having an influx of kids creates competition. So the competition aspect is great for me because the kids know they have to compete every day in order to keep their job. So if you lose out, then it's only on you because you just got to keep getting better. But otherwise, I like the influx of kids we have.
Do you believe the strength in numbers more than anything else? Because you always say depth is really good more than anything.
Depth is good, like I said, for competition purposes. As long as they can provide energy and a place here, then I think it creates competition for us, and that makes us better. Like they say, iron sharpens iron.
You're in year number, I believe this is 4.
On to 4th year.
4th year coach, and you've been learning a lot. You've been a head coach for a while, but at Ehret, now year number 4. Do you think the progress and the hard work is finally going to pay off for you in the Ehret program?
I think so. The consistency of my coaching staff, for one, helps. The kids know what they expect. And tradition at Ehret, I haven't created anything. I always give, shout out to the guys who came before me, Billy Noah, Corey Lambert, Marcus Scott. All these guys, I kind of sat back and watched these guys do this, and I'm taking no credit for nothing. I'm just building on what was already built and put my stamp on it the best I can.
I saw you guys for the spring game, and in my opinion, one of the most talented John Ehret teams in a while. Besides going to the Dome, what are your expectations of this team?
That's the expectation, man. I can't lie. That's what we preach, man. Last year was a strange year. We started out injured early on. I couldn't quite put a finger on what it was, but we started out with an injury bug. We finished out, strong. Lost to a good Roma team, kind of at the end. But the goal is, man, just to keep getting better at one game at a time, bro, for this team. Man. Just play hard and kind of just prove how great we can be or how good we can be to ourselves, man. Not for really anybody else, but for us.
The Carver scrimmage coming up.
Yes.
It's going to be a good test for you. And then also Brother Martin in the gym, the Shaw Gym, where you just going up the street to play some ball, So what are your thoughts going into the Carver scrimmage coming up?
Coach Addison does a great job with those guys, man. He always has a good group, man, and we like to play him. And it's a good environment, man. It's good competition, and like I said, we just want to see who we are against unorthodox look on defense. So it gives us a gauge on how we can adjust to things. Brother Martin and the Jamboree, they're going to be who they are. Solid team, be who they're going to be. Again, it gives us a gauge on things we might need to work on.
All right, Coach Reggie Rogers, the John Ehret Patriots. Thank you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Get there.
We're here with offensive lineman Khayree Lee, LSU commit. How you doing, my man?
Doing all right, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Good luck. Brand new season. We know what happened last year. How much hungrier are you guys to get further along within the playoffs?
We are very hungry right now. We feel like we're going to the dome. We know that we're going to the dome this year, and that's the goal.
Most definitely. You as a senior this year, along with Wardell and Armani, what type of leadership skills do you bring to the younger class on this team?
We just try to, uplift them. We just try to put on a show for them, and they just got to follow it. And we just try to be good leaders to them. And yeah.
Khayree, you on the offensive line. You play, but you can play tackle, guard, anything. But at the same time, you bring a lot of leadership to the line. How is the offensive line this season, and is it building a lot more depth a little bit?
Right, yeah. So we are getting a lot of depth from a lot of schools. We have cheese. We got a few bodies. I ain't gonna lie. So we just working on it right now. We're getting everybody to the line.
And how y'all just maintain and seem like Ehret get always big every year on up front. Do you think you guys have enough beef to really create some damage, especially for your offense?
Yes, sir. We most definitely have that type of offensive line that we're going to smash everything in front of us. So that's the mindset.
Your thoughts on LSU coming to recruit you and everything else? What are your thoughts of them offering you?
Just very blessed. That was the dream. That was the school I wanted to go to, and I just had to make that move.
Most definitely. Khayree Lee, the John Ehret Patriots. Thank you, man. We're here with Armani Cargo, defensive back of the John Ehret Patriots. What's going on?
What's good?
What is your outlook for this season coming up?
My outlook for the season is to make a deep run in the playoffs, get to the dome, which we should, for the team we got now. And I feel, very confident with that.
Talk about the team now with all this talent that you guys have, especially with some of the talent coming from Helen Cox like Darnell Quinn.
Oh yeah, that was much help, to be honest, with Cox Escobar.
Yeah.
So happened at the right time. And that brought a lot of good depth to over at Ehret. So, and everything has been coming together.
Cool. What about your type of leadership you could bring to this team?
My type of leadership, I lead by example. So far as sometimes, a voice, I'm always by example. So I try to lead, show them do the right way, know how to act, have things, not going our way. Make a bad play, like do a mistake, shake that off and play next down.
Armani, man, you're one of a few people that name Cargo very heavy in the West Bank. You know what I'm saying? How it is that you maintaining things and taking the pressure off of other family members, trying to see that you can be how the others in the past, but you maintaining and making a name for yourself.
With my last name, it's like just me being, able to represent it, just put it out there for more people who might have last name as me that I don't know. but just being able to bring it out there and let people know who I am.
The recruiting process, how it's been and everything, and what are your thoughts on possible choices? You ain't got to say it, but what are your thoughts on how the recruiting process has been for you, especially this offseason?
Well, this offseason been big for me, to be honest. You know, me getting them offers after what happened at the state meet, and me committing to Tulane in June. It's been very big. So I'm looking forward to the season, to see what happens next. But as of right now, you know, Tulane is where I'm at. So,
what's your expectations of John Ehret? You got Carver tomorrow in the scrimmage, and then coming up Brother Martin in the Jamboree. You know, you got 2 nice little tests before that regular season starts.
I feel like we have a team that can go undefeated. If not, at least one game we probably lose, but we ain't gonna lose none. The confidence, you know. But yeah, I feel like what happened last year was, you know, just a misunderstanding, and we'll come back harder this year. Prove everybody, you know, who don't see it coming.
Armani Cargo of the John Ehret Patriots. Thank you, man.
Yes,
We are here with Wardell Mack of the John Ehret Patriots. What's going on, man?
Just vibing. You already knew.
Yes, sir. Yesterday, you committed to the Florida Gators. What made you choose that school?
I mean, it was an eye opener. Like the first time I went down there in the spring on the unofficial, I realized it was a great place with great people that was trying to bring Florida back on the map. Plus my position coach, Khayree Lee, so everything added a plus. And it was very specific about everything, as far as academics and the football play.
So, John Ehret this year, a lot of talent on his team. Talk about the team in your eyes.
A loaded roster, you know. We combined with the Helen College kids. It's every day is a competitive practice. There's never a day we're not getting better. So we're gonna come out and surprise a lot of people this year. Most definitely.
Outlook. What's your outlook? Expectations?
Winning state. None less.
How it was with the recruiting process, what Billy Napier and Jabbar Jaluk seen in you more than anything else to get you to come to Gainesville?
I mean, it made it very, 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 very clear that they want me there, and it's a great place to be. They came visiting me a bunch of times this spring as well.
I know the one, I know you heard the song a long time ago, it was also called Return of the Mac. You know, you're going to hear that a lot from the PA this year, the way you make plays for John Ehret. You know, it seems like it brings you a lot of confidence.
What's up? You got to play with that swag anyways. You got to come with it.
And the way it's looking this year, you're going to be a lot of non-district tough matchups, but you got two early good ones.
Yeah.
Carver, scrimmage. Next week, Brother Martin. What you can say about those 2 opponents? Can it really get you prepared for what's coming up?
It ain't no competition. I'm telling you. You're going to see tomorrow. I ain't going to do no talking about it. You're going to see me definitely.
And last question, it seems like the team is a little more focused this year. Talking to Armani, talking to Khayree, they're talking about the leadership this year, that this team wants to be more disciplined than anything else, and to use that to help them win. What you can say about that?
As we seniors now, so it's a must we step up and lead the pack.
Appreciate it.
Wardell Mack of the John Ehret Patriots. Thank you.